Hey guys, wanted to jump on just really quickly, share some news information because here very shortly we're going to be switching over to Robert Hotchkin Ministries and his YouTube channel. We're gathering tonight to be a part of again the prayer, um, the I'm trying to think of the exact word and use. It's a live stream that we do on Roberts every other Tuesday, his YouTube channel, where we're praying, releasing prophetic words, believing for healings, miracles, signs, wonders, everything. Myself, Robert Hotchkin, and Jess Pichardo. We've been doing this for several weeks now. And so I wanted to jump on for a little bit to encourage people to get ready here. In about 45 minutes, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're going to be going live. Again, it is on Robert Hotchkin channel. So I wanted to share that information and get that out there because I think it would be beneficial to get as many as possible there to be able to see that and join in with us. I think it's very beneficial for us to be able to gather together and be encouraged and to pray for one another and see how we can speak and into each other's lives and also see if there's any words of knowledge or anything like that. So, it's one of those things where we're working in the three of us together, and the flow is very good. I believe it's something that we are working very well with one another, and I think it would be beneficial for you to be a part of that. So again, here at 8 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're going to be going live to be a part of that on Robert Hotchkin. I'll show you just really quickly this information for that. And so you got a little bit of an idea of what is uh, that is needing a miracle healing live stream. We do it 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 p.m. Pacific Time. So that'd be 7 p.m. Central Time. Myself, Robert Hotchkin, Jess Pichardo. Again, this is on Robert Hotchkin YouTube channel. So if you're not familiar with that, I want to encourage you to go and check that out and be a part of that. I do wanted to share some information of how things have been going and what we've been doing. It was an opportunity. I came in early tonight to get some stuff, some video editing done, some things I've been working on. So I had a few moments here to jump on my personal page and go live. I do want to say if you got any comments, questions, anything you want to share, go ahead and feel free to share that. It's been in a very eventful week. This is hey, good to have you on here. It is Isaac. I believe it is Isaac Collette. It's been an eventful week in the sense that we have. I released a Blacksmith Chronicles podcast episode last week. Dealing with the subject of tithing, what the scripture says about that. Anytime you deal with that subject, you're going to get a lot of feedback, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And needless to say, I got a lot of feedback on that. So I do want to encourage you that if you did not see that episode or listen to that episode, go to my YouTube channel and listen to that episode or watch that episode on YouTube, and you can get you can get that and understand a little bit about that episode and what is going on. And it's one of those things I think is beneficial for us to look at every aspect of it from the Old Testament and the New Testament. What exactly is a tithe? Are we being scripturally correct by even addressing a tithe or whatever the case may be? Is it right language, wrong language? Are there bad examples? Sure. Are there good examples? Yes. So there's a lot of things that we could discuss and go over that. But, this is one of those things. I wanted to be able to have that conversation and have it in a way that I think was beneficial. Granted, no matter what I say, no matter what I do, people are going to get angry one way or the other. Hey, Carrie. And it's one of those things that it is challenging when you go down the road of talking about money. Somebody's going to get upset. Somebody's going to discuss everything that they've experienced in the bad and so on and so forth. And, we send out a lot of clips, reels, shorts, YouTube shorts, TikTok reels, Instagram reels, and all that. And you get a 60-second, maybe a 30-second clip of an entire 50-minute episode, and that one little section right there can be enough to set people off. And so I've been encouraging people to listen to the entire episode, and I hope that you would when you were doing that. But just some things that are coming up on the horizon. I want to encourage you that if you're in the Ranger, Georgia area, I'm going to be at Relevate Church Sunday, January the 18th. Service begins at 10:30 a.m. Ranger, Georgia. It is northwest somewhat. I think it's east of Calhoun, if I'm correct on my map on there. To find out information, you could go to relevatechurch.org. I'm going to be there ministering. This is Bishop Lance Johnson's church. Very excited for the opportunity and the privilege to be a part of that ministry, and the opportunity he's given me to share and give that information, or share his pulpit and be a part of that information as well. So, there is a lot of things that's happening. I released a 2026 word. I just recorded yesterday with Jess Pichardo, her 2026 word. That's going to be dropping next Tuesday on the Blacksmith Chronicles podcast. And it's a very exciting word, a very encouraging word. I'm going to be recording with Robert Hotchkin as well for his 2026 prophetic word, and that'll be coming the week after that. And then hopefully I'll have another guest. We're lining up the date for that concerning their information as well. On your screens, if you're seeing a QR code, if you have the ability to get a picture of that QR code, that'll take you directly to our website, ryanjohnson.us. There you can find out more information concerning the books that we've published, how to find the podcast on the podcast platforms. We're on Apple, Amazon, Spotify, your YouTube channel, what other information that you could possibly get that'd be beneficial to you as well. So if you get an opportunity to click that, do that, and follow along that. Again, we're grateful for everybody to be able to be a part of what we're doing and sharing that excitement. Carrie said she's going on her first mission trip, going to the country of Panama. Please keep her and the team from the well parade. They leave March 23rd. Absolutely praying for the missions trip there in Panama. Very excited. Missions is a very important thing. Excited for you and for the opportunity that you got to be a part of that. I think that's going to be greatly impactful for you personally, and of course for the people of Panama as well. And that's a huge thing. Looking way down the road, or not way down the road, a few months down the road, in May, I'll be taking a mission trip to Peru. And, I say mission trip, I'll be taking a trip and doing some ministry there in Peru, and looking forward to that time and being a part of that as well. So again, I do, one of the things that I jumped on, I wanted to try to encourage people to be a part of a live YouTube that we got going on here in a little while on the Robert Hotchkin YouTube channel. If you just go to YouTube, type in Robert Hotchkin or Robert Hotchkin Ministries, you'll be able to find that. Get that live stream, get it up and going, and you can go ahead and, have a spot there, share your prayer requests, whatever you're healing, you're believing for a miracle, whatever that is, whatever that looks like. I received today a very powerful email from somebody that's been on the live streams before with a good report, a praise report for some things that have been happening. I've been enjoying that time immensely with what we've been doing on that side of it. So I'm very grateful for that opportunity that's been given to us. So again, there's a lot of things that's been happening, what we've been doing and stuff. One of the things that, we definitely want to encourage people to connect with the ministry any way possible that, that we could be beneficial to you. One of those things is occasionally I do these YouTube and Facebook Live, and be able to share some information of some things that are happening, what the ministry's been doing. And there's still a lot of work that we want to do. One of the biggest things that we need to see happen in 2026 is naturally the opportunities given to us to be able to come together and have those dates locked in that we need them to be locked as far as our itinerant schedule in that ministry. This weekend I told you, and I shared the information, I'll share it again in a little bit. for that, that will be in Ranger, Georgia. But, ongoing and forward in February, we're going to be coming back to Lead Hill at Harvest International Ministries in Lead Hill, Arkansas. And, but, we need those dates to get locked in. We need them to get filled and so on and so forth. Christy praying for funding for her network. Her network, by the way, is East Tennessee Television. And we do want to encourage everyone, if you've never connected with East Tennessee Television Network, go look that up. It's on YouTube. It is on Facebook. Find that information. There is all this information you get, but this is something that is bigger than just a YouTube channel. It's on Roku. It's on Apple Network, Apple TV, and there's so many other outlets that you can get these wonderful programs and television shows. And we're honored to have the Blacksmith Chronicles podcast to be on that network every single week. So, the Blacksmith Chronicles podcast, audio wise, we're on Amazon, we're on Spotify, we're on Apple Podcast, we're on Destiny Image, and then visual wise, we're on YouTube in the Ryan Johnson Ministries aspect, and we're also in the East Tennessee Television Network on the visual aspect as well. And so it's very important. We would encourage anybody, if you always look at the Blacksmith Chronicles logo, that Blacksmith Chronicles, and it has my face on it. At the bottom, it'll have all the things that we're part of. You'll see East Tennessee Television. And so we want to encourage people to go and be a part of that, connect with that network. There's some things that needs to occur for the program to stay of air, of anything, that would be beneficial financially speaking. I think a lot of times people fail to remember how much things truly cost when it production wise and getting things on the air and getting things done and so on and so forth. So these are the things that we'd love for you to consider sewing in and helping support East Tennessee Television as well. Again, I do want to remind everybody that's been coming on here lately, if you're in the Ranger, Georgia area, I'm going to be at Relevate Church Sunday, January the 18th at 10:30 a.m. I want to encourage you to be there. Also, I want you to hang on if you can to switch over at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5 p.m. Pacific Time, 7 p.m. Central, on the Robert Hotchkin YouTube channel, Needing a Miracle, Needing Healing live stream. We've been doing this for several weeks now. We pray, release words of knowledge, and much more information. I think it'll be very beneficial to you and to so many others. And, it would be one of those things that even if you didn't share any information and you didn't have any prayer requests, you weren't looking for a miracle, healing, or whatever the case may be, I genuinely believe it would be one of those things that you would be encouraged to hear the report of so many other individuals, the praise reports, the confirmations, and so on and so forth. And you never know. You may have a word of encouragement for somebody else that you could type out in the comments and share that with somebody along the way. So, and all those things, again, if you're ever interested in learning more about Ryan Johnson Ministries, everything that we have, if you have the opportunity, you can scan that QR code. It will go directly to our website, or just go to ryanjohnson.us. There you can see all the books that we have published, where you can find those books. Just for a quick example, I have here my men's 21-day devotional, The Forge. This is a men's 21 days of God's craftsmanship for men, building strength, character, and faith through the Blacksmith Forge. This is the latest book that I had. It is a phenomenal gift. Good Valentine's gift coming up as well. Ladies, if you want to get that for your husband or your son, a brother, an uncle, dad, whatever the case may be. The coolest thing that's happened about that is getting the reports of so many people that has went through this as a group. I'll have to admit, though, one of the greatest things to hear is there's a church in Texas that their men's group went through it. There's a gentleman there who is the apostle of the house, and he's also the mayor of that town. And he was sharing this information with someone that went to the Baptist church in that town. The Baptist church was doing the devotional in their men's group. And then someone from the Church of Christ was talking to the Baptist guy. And now the Church of Christ, if I got that correctly, they're going through it as well. And so it's one of those things. It's pretty exciting to see that something like that can be beneficial to really help multiple different types of denominations and people in one community and stuff. So there's other books there as well. And if you're ever interested in learning or reading our blogs, I have blogs on there. Try to update that as often as possible. But here's the thing. When you go to our website and you go on the home page, if you scroll all the way down to the bottom of the home page, there is an opportunity for you to be able to sign up for our email list. It is free, doesn't cost you anything. When you sign up for our email list, every single Tuesday, I send out an email. It can be prophetic words, it can be words of encouragement, words of instruction, guidance, whatever, biblical topics. And that information gets out to you every single Tuesday. You'll see what we're offering or what we have coming in the few weeks, whatever the case may be. So when you go through that, you get that email, you sign up. We want to encourage you to do that. Or if you're interested in booking us to be able to come for a Sunday service, a conference event, it's very easy. There's a booking application in that. Or you can simply just email us at info@ryanjohnson.us. info@ryanjohnson.us is our email address. And you can send us a direct email. And in that direct email, I'll respond to you as quickly as possible. It is me that is responding. It is, I don't have a team. I don't have, I don't have employees. I do all the emails. I do all the video work. I do all the editing. I do it all. I create what you see in stuff. Every blog I write, every email I write, the majority of the images that you see, I didn't create the one with Robert. Robert did that, but the other images that you see, I create and I design all that stuff. I do not have a ministry team. It is me that does it all. And it's one of those things that, it takes a lot of work, takes a lot of time, and it takes sometimes being late in the office or taking the laptop home and getting the work done at home and so on and so forth. But what helps us financially stay afloat is because I am a one-man operation. One is those opportunities to come and preach at different locations. We don't have an honorarium. We don't have a set requirement. We don't say, we got to have X amount of dollars to be able to come to your place to be able to preach, speak, teach, whatever the case may be. We do everything based off of a love offering. We do discuss some of the details about lodging and travel expenses and see what we can work out. That is never anything that disqualifies from us from being able to be a part of what God is doing in your region. So that kind of gives you a little bit of understanding on that side of it. The other side of it is we get financial support from a handful of ministry partners. Now, I would love to tell you that I have hundreds of ministry partners, but the truth is we don't. I can't even say that we have a dozen ministry partners. We have less than that. We actually have less than what the average person has toes on their feet. So we have less than 10 monthly partners that are consistent in their financial support. And they're, it's not outrageous numbers. It's very realistic numbers. And occasionally we get individuals that sow a one-time seed. And we try to offer up different things to individuals. At the end of the year, we were offering up PDF files on recognizing the orphan spirit and information to help you in the orphan spirit and stuff. So one of the things that would be greatly beneficial to us is, of course, becoming a monthly partner. So one of the things that we would love for you to do is pray about becoming a monthly partner or sowing that one-time seed. Now, again, in order to do this, you need to go to our website. If you have the ability to scan the QR code, it'll take you directly to our website. And there you'll be able to scroll down through the tab section and you will be able to see where to give. Now, I don't know how your computer would be, but you should see like a home about KFA, podcast, blog, resources, events, store, and give. In the give, you have multiple options to be able to learn how to give. You can give a one-time gift. You can give and become a monthly partner. You can give through the different accesses of Venmo, PayPal, Cash App, whatever the case may be. That is completely up to you. But, just so that we're being completely upfront and honest, that's how we operate as a ministry. Everything comes off monthly support and the ability to book dates to be able to speak and receive those love offerings. We are not a massive ministry. We don't have a ginormous following, and I don't stay gone 52 weekends out of the year. It just doesn't happen. We're affectionately what I call B team ministry. It just simply means that we have a certain role and a certain purpose that we have to fulfill, and we get to be a part of that. And in that assignment, we understand what our role and our assignment is. And so we operate and function there is, and we don't try to be something that we're not. We don't try to function beyond that. And so it's why I don't have a staff. I don't pay anybody. I don't have an assistant. Again, it's just a one-man operation. It's who we are. It's what we do. And we would love for you to pray about those things. When you buy books, that does help us some, not tremendously, unless you probably order 1,000 books. That would be greatly beneficial. If you want to order 1,000 books, go for it. You can find them all on Amazon. Some of them, Barnes & Noble and Books A Million and all that. Some of them you can find on there as well. And you can see some of our product and much more along the way on the website. So just in closing, before we kind of take a little bit of a break before we jump on, I want to remind everybody at 8 p.m., I'm going to be back on YouTube, and I'm going to be with Robert Hotchkin and Jess Pichardo. And so make plans to be a part of that. You will need to go to Robert Hotchkin YouTube channel. So make sure that you go and see that. This Sunday, January the 18th, I'm going to be at Relevate Church in Ranger, Georgia. This is Bishop Lance Johnson's ministry house, his home church there. I get the opportunity to be a part of that. I'm so looking forward to be a part of it. If you have never discovered us on Facebook, make sure to give us a like and a follow. There's my personal page, which you would send a friend request, Ryan Johnson. And then there, we do have a public page for Ryan Johnson Ministries, and we have one for the Blacksmith Chronicles podcast. And so if you want to check those pages out, that would be great. Our YouTube channel is Ryan Johnson Ministries. Like, subscribe, make sure you click the bell so that you get all the information as well. I want to give ample time if somebody's got a quick question they want to ask. For those that are on here, a handful of you are on here. If you got a quick question, I'll answer that. And again, if you're interested in booking, having us be a part of that, go to our website, scan the QR code, take you directly to our website, and send us an invitation, or send us an email and find out what we could do in your region, in your area, at info@ryanjohnson.us. That information get out there. Prayerfully consider sowing a one-time seed into the ministry or becoming a monthly partner and help us reach the world for Jesus in what we're called to do and be a part of. We're grateful for anything that you can do to help us along the way to become a monthly partner. Sow that one-time seed, whatever that looks like for you. Again, when you go to the give button on Ryan Johnson Ministries, you will be able to scan the QR code or go to ryanjohnson.us. You'll be able to see the different ways that you can receive that that you can give into the ministry and help us out. It is the way that we operate and go forth. So with all that said, don't forget, in 20 minutes, we're going to be live at Robert Hotchkin YouTube channel. We're going to be praying for sick people, people needing healings, miracles, releasing words of knowledge, prophetic words, and much, much, much more. Make sure you go and be a part of that. We look forward to seeing you guys soon. Blessings to you, Carrie. Thank you so much. And until the next time we're able to jump on, guys, we love you and we bless you in the name of Jesus.